So let's go.
Cheers, everyone. Welcome to Texas on Tap. We're back at it again. Miss Helen, hello to everyone. And hello, producer Kyle.
Hello, happy Wednesday. This is weird.
That's why I don't have the T3R report yet. Yeah, we'll have to skip that part.
Yeah,
I'm
this is
I'm so confused on my days. Like I was just telling Kyle that we had an appointment that was supposed to be tomorrow, didn't check the dates, showed up today after a drive into the med center in downtown in Houston from Podunk from the end of the earth. So
mm,
yes, today is Wednesday. We're way
mm-mm.
ahead of the game.
But for those of you listening, it's Friday. Yeah, I'm doing some traveling this weekend. I'm getting out to Chicago, and I was thinking we'd be recording there, and I didn't piece it together, and it just didn't make sense to do this at the normal time we do. So that's why we're here on Wednesday. So it's going to be a
I
little bit
know.
different, but we've still
Yes,
got 6 songs.
yes, we have songs. We have the charts minus one,
Hmm.
but yeah, it's a cool thing, and I'm kind of glad we're doing this too because I actually think I'm gonna go to the casino this weekend.
Oh,
I think
where?
we're gonna go to Louisiana.
Really? Okay, cool. You gonna hit some gold nugget?
Whatever, we're just going.
Sweet.
Spur of the moment, last minute trip before
That
things kind
sounds
of
fun.
change around here for us. Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
So we're gonna roll the dice on some music here.
yeah. You've been killing it with those. I'm gonna make a little clip of just all your great transitions.
Like I so needed this, Kyle. Things have been way too serious today,
Yeah.
way too serious, and way too many headlights and way too much concrete for me.
Oh
You know,
man,
you know
I
what I'm
know.
saying.
Yep.
We'll get into that later. Okay, you want me to go first so you can get train wreck out of the way, and then you can take over.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so let's see. We're looking at new radio releases for this week. Some of the ones I went through. Oh my gosh, and there was really like the last 2 weeks. There's been this really big last minute push because like you said before, we know it will be going into the Christmas time.
Hmm.
But it was really hard. But I was really impressed with this song, and I'm gonna go for it. It's Larissa Boyd, and the name of the song is "The Difference." And what I like is how she goes in really soft and
Hmm.
slow, and then when she picks it up it's like she has a line that says, "You'll never catch me falling apart." And then that tempo change comes in like with the attitude.
Yep.
I love the whole thing. And she's at Texas A&M, but basically it's the you weren't like him. That's what she thought, trying to figure out what the difference is. Not to be mad at I don't know if I should be mad at myself or mad at you, but it's a great all around song. She's young. Of course, she's at A&M. She's been
Hmm.
singing a while. And I just really like that. Larissa Boyd, Outs Radio. So check that out.
Yep.
And now, Copperhead Jones, let's talk about this new radio release. It's called Leaving This Town. When this song got sent to me, it was sent to me like, guess who this is? Okay. So if you go back and you listen to, we've covered Anchor with
Hmm.
Copperhead, we've covered Cold Beer and Tight Lines, and then you listen to this, and I was like, okay, so I'm stumped. Okay,
Yeah.
I
What's going
give,
on
I
here?
give. I was trying. So it's Copperhead Jones leaving this town. This is a turn it up loud, sing out loud song. I mean, it's just he's so many
He's a rock star.
descriptions of the leak. Yeah, that voice.
Yep.
What? I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on. I kind of know a little bit, but he got in the studio, and I think we got a little extra coaching, and I think he just
Hmm.
really threw himself into this one. So that's just Copperhead Jones leaving this town. And if you've followed the last two, make sure you take a listen to that. It'll be at your favorite Texas country radio station. And now we're going to open the tap room door for one of my favorites. This is Will Carter Band. He has a new single out. It's called Just Wait and See. How many times I like how the bio went on this song. It's like, how many times those people say, well, you're not good enough or you're
Mm.
not smart enough. Well, it's just you wait and see. But
Yep.
interestingly enough, you know who wrote this song? Jesse Watson was the writer on this song.
Oh, really? Wow. That's very
Yes,
cool.
yes. Very
Man.
cool. So there's the three radio picks for today.
Yeah. Man, that's cool. And Jesse's been a big supporter of the show. I mean, obviously we cover
hmm
most of the things Kate does just because we love her music, but they've been doing a good job helping spread the word and the love of Texas toast. So we appreciate you guys
hmm
over in the Watson fam. Okay, I'm going to keep the tap room doors open. This is a song that came out last week, along with a record that's been highly touted, highly anticipated. Mr. John Baumann, who's become a good friend of mine. I wanted to sit on this record for a week and really, really dig in, take it all in, and figure out which song I wanted to talk about on the podcast. So it's out to streaming as of last Friday. The record is called Border Town. We've already talked about that song. And now the tap room doors are open for track number 2 on the record. My favorite song on the album is called Revving Engines, River Street. So, like I said, I needed to simmer on that one for a week. This is just the one that I think sets the tone for the record. It's not only track number 2, right between the banger Gold El Camino, but it gives John this space to work with. And this is, I really was trying to figure out how to consolidate my thoughts on this, but the whole record has this like very oral, spacious feel. And it's almost like a new ecosystem or environment for him to tell these stories in. Cause anybody who knows John knows that it's all about the storytelling. It's all about painting a very vivid picture. And this one just does it great. It's kind of, you've got the rock and roll with Gold El Camino, and then it goes right into this, and it's just boom, blast wide open. It's like a whole new universe. And then just kind of keeps you in that for the rest of the record.
Yes, and that's the thing we talked about with Go Del Camino. We felt like we were in the car and like what it smelled like, what was going on. And the same thing with this song. I felt like, well, some of that stuff I've been there, done that.
Yep.
But it's like, yeah, and that whole album is amazing. And if you haven't already listened, go back and listen to our interview with John that we had on the
Yep.
podcast.
Absolutely. Yep. And that, like I said, highly anticipated. So if you haven't checked that one out, go check it out now. And if for some reason some of you don't know who John Baumann is, he's Texas tried and true singer songwriter. He's, in my eyes, the next Robert Earl Keen. He's also a part of the Panhandlers. So he's awesome. No need for further explanation. Awesome. Okay, and then another big one. Wade Bowen just dropped another kind of surprise last-minute single on us, and this one's really cool. It's very like nostalgic. It's called Cowboy Kid. They've got a music video out too, and I think that's my favorite part about the song. Not that the song's not amazing.
Mine too.
But I have a handful of really good friends in his camp, and so it was cool getting to see those guys and get to see them work. And it's cool that Wade's kind of showcasing everything that happens. Similarly, actually, to the Bree video that we just put out for Hello Highway a few weeks back. But yeah, the song's really cool, and it's just reflective. It's about he is who he is because of that cowboy kid he was. So,
well, and you know what? Yeah, and what's funny is I was we were going down the interstate and I was just listening to the song. And then I got to the point where I could actually, because I was just listening to the audio, and then I finally got on my computer and watched the video, and it definitely like just touched my heart and just changed everything about the song. And that's what videos do.
Yep.
That's what they do.
It gives them a whole nother meaning. Absolutely. Okay. And then last up, this guy has been somebody on my radar for a couple weeks now, or a couple months now, and it's just very, very interesting. So I think we're going to have to get him on. Logan Ryan Band. If you haven't heard of him yet, you will soon, I'm sure. He's got something very interesting going on. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm going to figure it out.
You nailed it. You nailed it.
I'm going to get to the root of it. He's doing something right. I was going to
ask you that. I expected you to be able to tell me that.
Man, I don't know. He's like, the song's awesome. He just put out a new song, by the way, today called Signed Love Winona. And he's got a couple songs out, I think an EP actually prior to this, but he's just got this, like, I don't know. It's like unique as can be voice with a unique as can be swagger to match. And then I don't know. He's doing something right. Like, he's got the attention of big artists like Parker McCollum and other people like sharing his stuff. So I'm going to figure it out, and we're going to get him on the show. And we're going to talk about it.
He is very unique. We definitely need to get him on the podcast. Okay. Here's what I found as I was listening to the instruments, and I was listening to just it would be just the music. And then it was like, it would make me think of, well, that's like kind of a Travis Tritt band kind of sound.
Yep.
But then when his voice came in, it's like,
totally different.
This? And you can't nail it. You're just like,
well, it's
and then
one
you're
of a kind.
Following along with the song. And then I was just waiting for the Signed Love Winona part, and his writing is amazing.
Yep.
I mean, it just
melodies too. On. Yep. So, very cool. Okay. Well, Logan Ryan Band, you got to check them out. It's figured out. And hopefully we'll get him on the show soon to talk. More Than Music Creations. What's going on in the world with More Than Music Creations?
I saw a new
Anything cool?
bracelet I saw a new bracelet Michaela made that was
Oh
posted
yeah.
up on social media. Absolutely gorgeous. She just gets better and better and better. But morethanmusiccreations.com, they take guitar strings from your favorite Texas artists. You can look at the list that's there and look at the gallery and look at all the jewelry. It's handmade, handcrafted, one of a kind. And I just love the whole idea of something coming from one of my favorite Texas artists that had their hands on it, doing their profession and entertaining. And then, of course, they turn around and help with foster kids in the Austin area. And we have Texas Toast podcast line.
Hmm.
And so we've teamed up with them, and it's an exciting thing. It's a very exciting to be a part of it. So it's morethanmusiccreations.com. Go check it out because Christmas is right around the corner. Do some shopping.
Yep. Spot on.
So we have to do charts. Okay, Texas country music chart. Looking at the top 5 this week, actually, nothing really changed from last week. James
Oh
Land
well.
stayed at 5, Here With You. Randy Rogers Band, Know That By Now, is at 4. Mike Ryan stayed at 3 with Loser. Cody Johnson, he picked up a lot more spins this week. He hung in at number 2 with The Painter, not quite overtaking Turnpike Troubadours. They stayed at number 1 with Chipping Mill. And CD Extraction, Texas, I'm sorry, number 5 is Mike Ryan's Loser. Number 4 is Randy Rogers Band, Know That By Now. Cody Johnson went from 5 to 3 with The Painter. Randy Rogers and Wade Bowen were the only ones. They dropped to number 2, and moving up to number 1 this week is Turnpike Troubadours with excuse me, with Chipping Mill. But I wanna go down and tell you, I wanna do 6 through 10 because I'm really proud of all of these. James Land is at number 6. Love and Chaos went from 9 to 7.
Mm.
Ken Fo's at number 8. Matt Castillo is at 9, and Creed Fisher's at 10. So a lot of movement there, and
Yep.
let's
Yep.
look at
Yep.
the charts. I think I did that right.
You
Crazy.
killed it. Yeah, one short this week, but it's only because we're doing this a little early, so sorry about that. But we do have some very exciting news that we know you'll all be excited about. Our guest next week on the podcast is. Can you hear that drum roll? No.
Well, that's pretty cool. Do
My
that. I
mic,
like
my mic cancels it out.
that.
We finally got Randall King on the show, so that's exciting. I
Great
know
visit.
tons of you guys have asked lots of times, and now was the right time. We made it happen. So tune in Tuesday for an episode with Randall King, and then we've got all kinds of other people coming up after that. Like we said last week or the week before, we're pretty much booked up through the rest of the year, which is overwhelming and crazy for me, but good and cool. And we've got awesome guests lined up, and we've got the award show coming up, and the awards are going to be very interesting. Our recap of the awards are going to be extremely interesting because we've got I pulled some strings, and we've got a crew coming, and we're going to be doing some real cool video and recap. And I heard there's going to be some drones and some like crazy wireless mics and all kinds of dorky shit that is exciting to me. And hopefully it just makes the experience for those of you who can't attend this show watching back that much better.
Hmm.
So that'll be
Oh,
exciting.
very exciting.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're gonna go to a casino and win some money, and I'm gonna go to Chicago and just spend money on food like an idiot and just lose money.
I know.
You're
Well,
probably gonna. Well,
and
yeah, you're gonna win.
I'm a little torn on the whole casino thing because can't really say a lot right now, but eventually I will. But 'cause there's still people in the profession I need to know what's going on in the industry. But if this is going to be our last trip for a while, I really wanted to like maybe go somewhere else, but I don't know. We're just gonna make it a long
Do what you
weekend
can. Yeah.
before the stuff coming up. But yeah, podcast stuff's going good. Oh, okay. So, country girl, well, saltwater girl goes to the city because, like, basically we're out on the prairie, right? I don't get to see a lot of stuff that goes on. Okay, I'm just saying, this is just my observation because I've had to have them put on for weddings and like at the awards show, I've had my eyelashes done.
Uh,
Girls, when you can't even see out of your eyes because your lashes are so long. I saw it in Houston. I saw it in
you
Houston
saw
all
some.
day long
Mm.
today, and I just wanted to like it made my eyes hurt. It was just so
Made your eyelids feel heavy.
I was just
Oh
like I
God.
was trying to like squint back, Oh,
Well,
okay.
it seems like a lot of girls
I'm
are
just
just
throwing it out there. It's
yeah, they
just
put
like
them on
and I
every
told you
day.
I told you when I clean the skimmer baskets during the summer, I find the eyelashes like in the skimmer
Oh, in the
baskets, or they'll be
pool,
by the
yeah.
pool. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I hope some of those girls didn't, because they can be expensive when you go have them professionally done. Because I have done that before, but
Yeah.
just a little light, like they're not real. But
Right, right.
these were like you could pet them.
Well, it's like Bree puts them on herself every day in the van. It's
Yeah, and
crazy.
like hers look beautiful, but like this was just
Not
like
so, yeah.
when you have to. No.
Oh man.
Oh, but everybody was strutting their Astro stuff. Everybody
Oh
had
yeah.
Astros gear on. Of course, we're going to be going into that
Yeah.
game this evening if I can
I
stay
watched
off
a
it.
I watched a really interesting documentary actually that PBS did this, or I watched it this morning. I don't know. It probably came out recently, but it was called The Edge, I think. I just watched it on YouTube, but it was about all the stuff that the Astros have been through since,
Mm,
20
yes,
2015.
yes,
So if you're a Stros fan, maybe go check that out. It's pretty cool. Kind of gave all the back, all the interviews, all the scandal stuff, all the real truths of everything, and it was
right.
it was pretty interesting. So,
So, and while we're on the subject of this and we're talking about the baseball playoffs, it's like, so, everybody knows David Gilligan. He's a radio promoter with Texas country music industry, and
hmm
he's a really good buddy of mine. He's like a little brother.
and he's a
And
Rangers
so
fan, huh?
he's like, well, I mean,
Yeah.
I had to, bless his heart. When I was in Nashville last year during the playoffs, when the Astros were in the playoffs, he was nice enough to get me into a place because I was like, we got to get off the boardwalk, Broadway, whatever it's called. I'm tired. There in Nashville. So we got to find a place that has a big screen
Right.
TV. I got to go see the game. It's almost over. And he was nice enough. And of course, we won and clinched. I think that was a game where we were going to the World Series. Anyway, so like he sends me a text today, and it was a reminder on an email I needed to send to him. And he put enemy. Hey, enemy.
Because he knows we're going to be
And
whooping him up.
I thought maybe it was an autocorrect thing, and I just ignored it because I was rolling with it because I just didn't have time for no bullshit. And so then it was like, "Thank you, enemy." And I was
You
well,
went back to it.
then he sends me this Texas Rangers thing, and I was like, "Oh, now
Mm,
I got it."
I'm
Yeah.
scared. They
So he
they
and I go
Rangers
back and
look
forth.
Rangers look damn good, and it's
Hey,
like
may the
the
best team win. That's
the
the way I
Dodgers are
feel.
almost about to get knocked out. It's a weird world right now out there.
See, I thought the Dodgers had it all the way because like they just blew away their division.
Yeah.
I mean, at one point, I know towards the end of this season, they were like 14 games in first place. So
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, Diamondbacks, it seemed like had a good year, and I haven't watched either of those games, so I don't really know what I'm talking about. But like the fact that they're up 2-0 on the Dodgers, the Orioles
that is
lost
a big thing.
straight up sweep to the Rangers. It's
Mhm.
crazy. So
Yeah,
I don't know if we close it out tonight and we've got a series with the Rangers. That's going to be pretty awesome.
that is going to be awesome. I got to get rested up for that. But yeah, so
Yeah,
enemy, and he's not. He's. It's just all in fun.
playful. Yeah, of course.
And honestly, I have to say, and Kyle knows this, and I tell this to everybody I know, especially when my Dallas Fort Worth friends are like we're going back and forth bantering about the Rangers and the Astros. The one thing I can say is, I love Texas Live, and I love where their field is in Arlington. The
hmm
facilities are top notch. It's
Yeah,
just I love it there. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
cool stuff. So
Absolutely.
good luck. It's baseball.
Yeah.
It's baseball. That's what it's all about.
Speaking of baseball, we're 2 days behind. So if let's just pretend the Stros won tonight. The game should have been over. Why did it get pushed today? Do you know? It was supposed to be at 1. Just weather?
I think it was because the Rangers clinched already,
Huh.
and then
Okay.
they moved their slot to prime time.
Okay. Cool.
I think that's what I read.
That
Now,
makes sense. That makes
today
sense.
was kind of a crazy day, but I do believe that that is what I
Well, that
heard.
works out. So now we both get to watch it, and we're gonna pretend like they already won it because we know they're
True that.
gonna.
Okay.
Cool. That's a good note to end on. Go Stros.
Go Stros and cheers.
Cheers.